Welcome to the Viking Age podcast, the official podcast of the VikingAge.com. My name is Chris Schad. I write for FanSided and Zone Coverage. He is Adam Patrick, lead editor of the NFL division at FanSided and manages the VikingAge.com. We do this right here on the Viking Age YouTube channel every Tuesday and Friday morning. We're also in podcast form on Apple and Spotify the very next day. But however you consume us, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe so you never miss a new episode and we can spread the word to the masses. Today's show, Justin Jefferson isn't mad like your wife's not mad at you. Will Kevin O'Connell call another 99-yard flea flicker on 3rd and 1? And is J.J. McCarthy, Christian Ponder, or Tom Brady this week? But first of all, Adam, it's been a week. How have you been?
Has it been a week? I feel like it's been a month, right?
Yeah, especially if you're online, yes. But I digress.
It's been great. It's been every other week, right? This year, the Vikings have won every other week, so we've had this a literal roller coaster every week. Sometimes it's been with JJ McCarthy, sometimes it's with Carson Wentz. This week McCarthy got another ailment injury, so we have that fun stuff to deal with now too.
Mr. Glass.
Yeah, and I saw Seifert was doing his normal pot stirring of he's wearing a pad on his hand. It's clearly it looks like it's like kinesiology tape or something like that. Like it's nothing. But we got to make it. It's a second surgery. Yeah. Sunday against the Bears be fun. Yeah, it's been exciting. I season's over obviously because they lost. So looking forward to the draft. No, still plenty of season left, and looking forward to Sunday because I don't think the Bears are as good as their record. So there's that.
And we'll talk all about that. The second coming of the 2022 Vikings, spoiler alerts, but we'll get there when we get there. Let's talk about our own house first. Because right now, Justin Jefferson, like I mentioned, he sounds upset. And the details, there's a lot to unpack here. So just bear with me. If you got something to say, feel free to butt in, Adam. But Justin Jefferson did not look like himself on Sunday. 4 catches, 37 yards. He got some slack for not chasing down Marlon Humphrey after a J.J. McCarthy interception in the 3rd quarter, I believe. It was the first drive of the second half. 51 catches, 686 yards, and 2 touchdowns this year. If you're Cortland Sutton, that's a great year. But when you're Justin Jefferson, that is a down year. Today is also the 3rd anniversary as we record this on Thursday night. It's the 3rd anniversary of Justin Jefferson's one-handed catch against Buffalo. He posted the highlight on his Instagram story, which you would expect. And he had the caption, "I need to get back to year 3 Jets." And you're probably sitting at home going, what is year 3? Maybe you don't remember. That was the 2022 season where Justin Jefferson had 128 catches, 1,809 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He came up short of a receiving triple crown and won the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. Then came the press conference on Thursday, and this is not A.J. Brown crashing out on Madden, but it's pretty damn good. Ben Gessling of the Minnesota Star-Tribune, he had this quote from Jefferson, of course. "It's just going out there with that effort mentally and just going out there and killing it and not worrying about the plays, not worrying about anything else I just can't control." Via Kevin Seifert of ESPN, he said, "I'm not really mad at the situation that I'm in, or I'm not mad at the players we have or the plays that's being called. Of course, I'm mad after an interception. You want me to be happy and go chase them down? That's not really something I want to happen." Okay. So like I said, you're married, you know how this works. You look at your wife and go, "Are you mad?" No, not at all. And you're like, "Shit, I'm in trouble." Except for this time, the Bears are probably going to be in trouble because what is your immediate reaction to Justin Jefferson's eventful Thursday?
He's pissed off that he's not happy with the way he's playing, the way the team is playing, the way the offense is running. I don't even think it's like this is like we have a new quarterback, a young quarterback, and who's inexperienced. Like I think it's a lot of things where like maybe he's frustrated by the play calling. Where like yes, he would love to get the ball. I know he said he's never going to complain about targets, but like maybe he's looking at like, hey, dude, can we just get like a first down instead of trying to get a 50-yard, deep shot every time? Yeah, I want the ball, but like I also want this offense to play well, and I know we're capable of scoring more points than we have. So I think it's a bunch of things. I think it's people have mentioned this before, but like seeing Sam Darnold go to Seattle and see Jackson Smith and Jigba put up those kind of numbers. See his friends Jamar Chase and T Higgins put up monster numbers, and he's over here averaging 50 yards a game. So obviously he's better than that. He's averaged I think like 95 a game throughout his entire career. I think that's like the NFL record. So obviously he's not happy with that. But on the bright side, it's not as bad as AJ Brown. But still, like at least with AJ Brown, like at least the Eagles are winning. Like they're 7-2, so like they're the number one seed in the NFC, and they can be happy about that. But with Jefferson, he's your best player, and they got to figure out a way to get him the ball more. Whether it's they got to figure out easier ways, I feel like, to get him the ball because just having him, he's not a burner. So I didn't even understand like the goal ball thing both times either. Like he runs like a sub 4.40, but he's not Randy Moss. Like you're not sending him deep down the field to leap over somebody. Like he can do contested catches, but he's not the guy you send downfield. Really, he's more like a intermediate route kind of guy across the middle. It'll make guys miss after that. But I think they just need to do a better job of finding ways to get him the ball easier, which seems to just be a theme every year. Which is like they forget that he's triple and quadruple covered on every play, and you can't just have him run normal routes. You got to do like pick plays. I'm feeling, or some bubble screens or just things to just get the ball in his hands because we know he can make people miss too. Because there was that one. Was it the screenplay? Was it in the Lions game or was it before that where he got the ball on like a screen and just took it like 30 or 40 yards the other way, like Randy Moss Thanksgiving-esque 98. But yeah, I think he's not happy, but why would he be? The Vikings are 4-5. They definitely have the talent to be better. So especially like aside from the Chargers game, they've been in every game. So like things could have gone differently. I mean, the Falcons game, like by the end it was bad, but like that game was close for 3 quarters, I feel like. But I think he'll rebound on Sunday because in the past when he's had like super low numbers, he's come out like the following week and just gone crazy. I believe he had, was it 2022 against the Lions? He had 223 receiving yards. They lost, but he had like 12 catches for 220 receiving yards. And the week before that, he had like 7 catches for 40 yards. So like he'll find a way to get the ball and get production. I think it's up to Kevin O'Connell and up to JJ McCarthy to figure out how to get the ball more in his hands.
And I'll talk about Kevin O'Connell and his play calling a bit. That's another talker we got on the doctor. Nope. Well, there are just some things. There are some things we just need to tidy up there. But
you never talk about it when it's good. You never talk about it when it's good.
I know, right?
And week 18 of the 2023 season when we don't make the playoffs, you never talk about that.
Never ever. I wonder if Justin Jefferson got a talking to from Kevin O'Connell, because I think like behind the scenes, we're going to peel back the curtain for a moment. Adam and I text about the Vikings a lot because we do a podcast together. And honestly, Thursday is kind of like my red pen day where like all the offensive, I'm angry things kind of come out on Wednesday. And then Thursday I go, Well, I can't say that. I can't say that. Yep, that'll get us canceled. And then we kind of go through the show here. But one of the things that I had mentioned on Wednesday was I had said, I don't think Justin Jefferson's having a good year. And like I said, the stats are if you're Garrett Wilson or Cortland Sutton or Jerry Jeudy, oh my God, how did the Browns get Jerry Jeudy for half the cost of Justin Jefferson? I'll never know. It's a good season for him, but I feel like something's just been off since the beginning of the year. And you could say that about a lot of players on the Vikings this year. But like, if there's one player about this infrastructure, and the reason you believed that JJ McCarthy could make this team competitive, it was Justin Jefferson. And there were drops in the opener. There
Slipping all over
were,
the place.
I mean, yeah. And I mean, there's just been, Sunday was just, it was a bad day. And you know what? That happens to the best of us. I mean, Randy Moss had bad days, but in Kevin O'Connell's mind, I'm sure he's sitting there going like, why are you falling down on that go ball route when it's one-on-one with Marlon Humphrey? You should win that battle. Why aren't you chasing guys down? Which I saw some people, they were looking at that comment and going like, oh my God, he's going to request a trade. It's like, there will be a Vikings fans rant at some point of this podcast, but I'm trying to hold it for a little bit later. But I mean, people are just dumb because it's like, no, he's not asking for a trade. Yeah, he's pissed off. And here's the thing too, if Justin Jefferson chases him down and breaks his collarbone, half the people online are going to be like, well, what an idiot for getting involved there. He can't win in that situation. So I think Kevin O'Connell sat down and said, we need you to be at your best if we're going to do this, because
he's a captain.
Yeah, he's a captain. He's the lead. He's the leader of this team. I mean, he took Jordan Addison under his wing after he screwed up for the umpteenth time.
Yeah.
Like, they need, and maybe 2022 Justin Jefferson is not feasible because that was an absolutely insane season. But I also feel like, we need more from Justin Jefferson if the Vikings are going to get back into this playoff race.
Yeah, I think he actually mentioned it today in his presser. Like, someone asked him, like, is there anything different, or like, maybe what's causing you maybe to struggle, and he did mention, like, just life in general, like, life stuff going on in his normal everyday life sometimes seeps its way into his professional football life, which is something every player has to deal with. And so it's not anything new, but maybe it's different this year for him. We don't know what's going on with him behind the scenes, so maybe he's dealing with something else that is making him not be 1,000% in like he typically is. And if that's the case, then so be it. They'll figure it out. The Vikings have, that's the thing too, like last week when Jefferson was struggling, I know he went to Naylor a lot, but like, and he actually targeted Addison a bunch too, but like, throw to TJ Hawkins, like, just throw easy pitch and catch over the middle. Like, what happened to that? Like, just, I don't know. I know he has to stay in sometimes to chip block and everything, but like, why is TJ Hawkinson just no longer even just a short check down receiving option? It's just completely disappeared.
I do wonder if that has to do, and this is TJ Hawkinson's probably, I would say, I think earlier in the year I said Ivan Pace is probably my most disappointing Viking.
Mm-hmm.
I think TJ Hawkinson has usurped him at this point because he's like the moody Viking. Like, he just doesn't look like he's having much fun. He's, I think he's chip blocking a lot because Darisaw has been very tender since coming back. I don't like the word tender. I don't really know how. I don't want to call him soft either because it's a very bad injury. Like, it's just, delicate sounds bad too. I don't know what the word is for
right?
it. I don't think he's confident. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Christian Darrisaw is not confident with that knee yet.
Yep.
Brian O'Neill is playing through an injury that's probably worse than he's letting on. And TJ Hawkinson has had, I mean, and remember too, they don't have Josh Oliver the last couple of weeks. So Hawkinson's probably had to go with that role. I would like to see TJ more involved a little bit. Dare I say a tight end screen, because they never work. But I mean, it is weird. They have not targeted the middle of the field with JJ McCarthy. So I don't know, man.
Because McCarthy, like one of his strengths in college was throwing a tight ends, like
Colson Loveland.
Yeah, like that was one of his top guys, and I feel like we haven't taken advantage of that during his time with the Vikings. It's just been like all receivers and swing passes to Aaron Jones.
Maybe I need to reach out to some guys that I know watch film and just be like, what the hell's going on with TJ Hawkinson, man? Because I think that's one of the biggest Rubik's cubes on this offense right now. It's like TJ Hawkinson's non-existent. You know what else would work well is running the football, which Kevin O'Connell does not seem willing to do right now. So our second topic, RJJ's McCarthy struggles on Kevin O'Connell. And before we get into that, I just want to pass in some stats from Phil Mackey of Score North, the heel of the Vikings Twitterverse, I would call him. I don't know who is like the ultimate heel. Is it Mackey?
He's like a Jericho, like a heel, but you like to root for him.
Stirs the pot a little bit.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Exactly. So Phil Mackey tweeted this out. He said that since 2022, when Kevin O'Connell took over, the Vikings have the highest pass rate on third and short. It's at 68%. They rank 29th in first down conversion rate, 42% on those third and fourth and shorts. McCarthy has faced 22 situations of third or fourth or short this season, and short means 3 yards or less. There's a fumbled snap and offside. He threw that out. Otherwise, they've run the ball 6 times, and they're 5 for 6 on those plays, and they've thrown it 14 times, where JJ McCarthy is 0 for 10 with 4 sacks and 2 interceptions. By now, this is dropping on Friday. You probably saw last week's game, so we won't get into certain play calls and whatever. But Kevin O'Connell was asked by Will Raggett to bring me the news about his play calling, and he basically, I'll basically paraphrase this so we're not here for 20 minutes. I don't want to change things because of tendencies just to get something in a statistical column, which is for first downs. I would argue I would like something more in a column, and it's called wins. Like, however,
first downs is pretty good. I would like more first downs too.
Exactly. And JJ McCarthy, by the way, 53.7% completion rate, 692 yards, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions in 4 games. Let's just ask you point blank, who is at fault for JJ McCarthy's struggles? Because it's bizarre. I will put it this way. It's bizarre.
I would say he's inexperienced. He's only had 4 starts, so he's going to have struggles. But Kevin O'Connell is not doing a whole lot to help him out. Like, he should not. He had 42 pass attempts on Sunday. The majority of the game they were leading or it was close. 42 pass attempts is the most pass attempts McCarthy's ever had, college or pro. There's no reason for him to have that amount on Sunday. They were not trailing by 3 scores or anything. Like fourth quarter, whatever. I understand you want to throw the ball, you're down by 2 scores. But when they're leading, and that they got the ball up back, I think maybe like with around 2 minutes left in the first half, and everyone's like, oh, maybe they can double dip or whatever. They ran like 30 seconds off the clock because they ran like 3 pass plays. And then the Ravens got the ball back, and then they cut the lead to 1. And it's like, you could have just ran the ball, ran the clock out, and then, save points that way, or even added points. But I think what we've learned, it's funny because we've gone with Mike Zimmer. It was run the ball all the time. This team doesn't pass enough. And we go to Kevin O'Connell, pass the ball all the time, doesn't run enough. It's like, can we just get someone in the middle? Can we get someone in the middle? Somewhere, a happy medium. Can we get Kevin Stefanski to come back here and call the plays and then
You know what they need to do? They somehow, if we can merge him with Matt LaFleur, who like runs all the time, and that's what the Packer fans are pissed off about.
Did you see Jordan Love? I would run all the time too. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be. But that's the thing too. Like, it's not like McCarthy was out there lighting it up. He was missing pretty much, especially after he hurt his hand. I will go to bat for him on this. After he hurt his hand, he played way worse. And Kevin O'Connell either didn't know that he hurt his hand, which could be because JJ could have been like, it's fine, whatever, just banged up, nicked here and there. He kept throwing, and he was 6 for 17, I think, in the fourth quarter. I don't. It's not even like run the ball more. Give him easier throws. Give him quick throws. And I know some balls have been batted. If that's the case, then do more swing passes. Do some more bubbles. Give this kid some help, and don't just be like, well, he's got to run my offense the way it's supposed to be run. That's like a Norv Turner thing. Go back in the day with when Teddy was coming up, and Norv wanted him to be like a 7-step drop kind of guy, and just chuck it downfield. And it's like, that's not Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know why you drafted him, because that's not the player he is. And it feels a little similar here, where it's like you're not playing to JJ's strengths, where he's good over the middle of the field, intermediate routes. He's good with his legs, using that to gain yards. And you're just like, I need you to just drop back and fire downfield. Because Sam Darnold could do it, because Kirk Cousins could do it, so you should be able to do it. It's like, no. I don't expect Kevin O'Connell to all of a sudden lean on the run this week or moving forward, because that's just not who he is. He's an old dog. You're not going to teach him new tricks. But if he could just find different passing plays to call to help out his quarterback more, I would appreciate that.
I did appreciate our friend of the show, Fantasy Life, Thor Nystrom, on Purple Daily today, saying, using the analogy, mixing a water. I could have used that strategy on Sunday at the game too. It's like, hey, maybe you should get a water this time at the concession stand. But no, I did not, and it was a tough Monday for me.
Kevin O'Connell thinks he's a failure if he doesn't, if he has to change his offense.
It's how some people get anxiety and they have dreams that they're in their underwear. It's just he calls a run and he's just in his underwear on the sideline at US Bank Stadium, just no.
Well, it's like you brought up anxiety. It's like someone who's super OCD and they have everything all set in one position, and they come back and something's moved and they're like, who moved it? Life can't be right if it's not in the right spot. It's like, yeah, but what if it's better? It's like, it doesn't matter. It has to be in the right spot. And I feel like that's kind of what Kevin is doing. And when he came in, we thought, being under Belichick and stuff and Sean McVay, he would kind of have a weekly kind of approach to every game, and not just a singular, we're going to pass approach, where it's been like that. And he can't do it. And part of me wonders too, is he testing JJ? Is he just is he making him throw to give him all these reps that he wasn't able to get last year, and he just wants him to he wants him to fail right now? Because Kevin O'Connell, he doesn't sound super angry or flustered or anything at his pressers recently. The only time he sounded angry was when he had to adjust his offense after the Browns game or whatever, when Carson Wentz was throwing quickly and stuff, and they won, and he was like, oh yeah, we had to, blah blah blah. But he doesn't sound like he's in a bad mood. So maybe this is just part of process of breaking JJ in and letting him make mistakes and learn from them.
He's sounding very contradictory. I don't want to sit here and be like he's a hypocrite or whatever, but I mean, the 3rd and short thing is interesting because when JJ was hurt and he was talking about Carson Wentz, he's sitting there going like, JJ learned a lot about the power of completions. Well, you're asking him to, bomb it 50 yards downfield on these certain ones. And like the first, I believe McCarthy had an interception on that first 3rd and 1 where he could have ran for about 10 yards and picked up the first, and it might have been longer than 3rd and 1. But I mean, that was a play. I'm like, okay, he's pressing.
It was a bad throw too. Like his
yes.
body was all over the place when he threw that ball.
His footwork is a mess right now.
Yeah.
And but I mean, also too, I mean, that's why when he had a high ankle sprain, the Vikings are like, let's just take the conservative route because this isn't worth messing around with.
That was his hand though.
Things are getting worse.
He's got to power through this week, power through those injuries.
But I mean, banging your hand on a helmet, that happens to quarterbacks all the time. Like, I'm not meaning that as an excuse. The second 3rd and 1, that bomb to Jefferson, that was a little weird because you ran the ball for 6.2 yards per carry. Was that what it was? Yeah. I mean, they were having success on the ground. And two, he talks about, well, I mean, I throw it on those downs because the defense is expecting me to run. Well, actually, no, they're not, because I mean, they know, hey, this is Kevin O'Connell. He's going to air it out here because he's got a one-on-one somewhere. So if we bait him into a one-on-one,
he did this with Josh Dobbs.
Correct.
He did this with Nick Mullins. Like,
yeah.
Why would he not do it with everyone else?
And I also understand it from his standpoint too, because it's like he does sit there probably and says, hey, this worked with Kirk Cousins. This worked with Sam Darnold. This system works. And I did read another one. We're referencing Kevin Seifert a lot, but he's been, to his credit, he's been cranking out a lot of good content on this lately. And he mentioned that Kevin O'Connell wants to put JJ McCarthy in difficult situations. And my observation seeing McCarthy live, the one thing I noticed, every pass seems like it's coming out a half second late, which I think with time and experience, that gets a little bit better. But you also see throws that you're like, okay, like the deep ball to Naylor at the beginning of the game was very good.
Touchdown. Naylor.
Yeah. The touchdown throw. I mean, there were some throws that you go, this is forced start. That, that's what you're holding on to. You're like, this is forced start. He's going to get going. And when you think about it too, this is technically his 3rd start, because like the first start didn't have any of his supporting cast. It's like, all right, go out there, kid, see what you got. Winds up beating the Bears. Second game, he has the kid. I mean, yeah, we criticize Kevin O'Connell for saying that, but
those first 2 games feel more like preseason games now than
they were weird. They were very weird. And I mean,
especially if you look at like the Falcons now.
Yeah, I that too. And I mean, Kevin O'Connell probably shouldn't have said it publicly, but he's probably got a point with the whole, he wound up having a kid and that kind of threw him off and he didn't have the right preparation and that's he's probably just being honest. Like, I don't think he's actually just like, damn you for having a kid.
Did he miss a practice?
I will call this right now. Next preseason, McCarthy will bring his kid to practice and there will be a social media photo with him and Rome.
With Kevin O'Connell?
Kevin O'Connell and Rome.
Yeah.
It's like, see, he loves kids. Like he didn't hate him.
4 or 5 of his own.
Yeah. I mean,
not that he's probably home all the time, but
yeah, there is that. But I mean, I look at McCarthy, and this is the quarterback you would expect. Kevin O'Connell, he can throw it deep. He can make the throws. Like, I also wonder in the back of my mind, does Kevin O'Connell know this season is toast after McCarthy got hurt and just said, you know what, reps. I'm just going to give him as many reps as possible.
Yep.
I have to say the company line in public because that's what it is, but I have a 5-year contract in hand or whatever it was. They're not going to fire me. I'm just going to do what's best for JJ McCarthy, as he should right now, because this team is not very good. That's the other thing too. And I don't think fans want to hear this, but this team basically charged out the credit card for this season. especially when it came to last year where, JJ McCarthy gets hurt, all of his development gets pushed back. The Vikings didn't draft well. All of that got pushed to free agency and they had to pay that bill. Oh crap, none of the free agents are good. Everybody's getting hurt. We have a tougher schedule now. And on top of it, you have a very crabby fan base. I did talk to someone who covers the Vikings. I will leave them nameless, but they had said, this is the worst the fan base has been since they've started covering the team. Like they said 2021 was close.
And they've been covering the team for a while.
They have been covering the team for a while, but I shot them a message this morning and I said, is it just me or is everybody just super entitled, crabby, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I think people are upset that JJ McCarthy is not perfect right now. I think that, everybody was sitting here, promised a Super Bowl, and now, it's kind of like a friend of mine on her Instagram last week. Her daughter said something, and like she'll post like a quote or whatever from her kids because they are pretty funny. But it was, I don't want it for my birthday. I don't want it for Christmas. I want it right now, which is basically every Viking fan who is out there screaming that they should have signed Sam Darnold and they should have signed Aaron Rodgers. And it's ownership being like, we've got to be super competitive no matter what. And more idiots who are probably sitting out there tonight going like, oh my God, they should have traded more for Drake May, which really, if you didn't trade for Josh Dobbs, another charge to the credit card, you might have a chance for Drake May. But no, at least you got that Pasternaut shirt sitting in the back of your closet, right? Leave the memories alone.
Yeah.
That's my rant.
The Patriots were never gonna trade that pick.
Because lo and behold, Drake May is a kick-ass quarterback, and the Patriots knew it too.
Yep.
So I don't know. Like, it just seemed like there were a lot of, we want our cake and eat it too. And it worked last year beautifully. But now that everything is kind of swung back the other way, we'll probably be in the same situation next year. McCarthy will look okay. We'll play a soft schedule. We'll make the playoffs. We'll get throttled and the cycle will start back over again because for whatever reason, we can't make the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. But I'm not looking at any of this and saying JJ McCarthy is a bust. And I mean, I know how the internet works is we got to have you and I do 2 shows a week. There's First Take every day. There's, Screamy Show Deluxe at PFF and Barstool and whatever company I'm forgetting right now. Like,
there's too many.
It is, I am mentally exhausted with this team. And I feel like a lot of fans are the same way because when I went to the game, it was very quiet at times at US Bank Stadium, including Ravens having the ball and the Vikings needing a stop.
Yeah.
And
that's how it goes. That's it. It's not surprising that happens. That's happened a bunch of times in the past where I feel like sometimes, unless it's like the Packers or the Lions or the Bears, like sometimes it's hard for that crowd to like get into a team they're not used to cheering against.
Remember the Christmas hangover game, Anthony Barr? It was against the Rams.
Was it the Rams? I was thinking of the one against the Colts because they had that one against the Colts too, where Adrian Peterson came back and they got their ass kicked.
Yeah, no, I remember Anthony Barr was like, yeah, nobody cheered, and like they were on death's doorstep before that game, and
that was Kevin O'Connell was on the other sideline.
Correct. Yeah, I mean too. It is funny. Like if JJ McCarthy comes out and beats the Bears and the Packers in the next 2 weeks,
he's going to be king
right
again.
Back on board. He's Tom Brady again.
But I think that's what I would hope some people, smart people, have learned this year is to not get. I know you hear players say this a lot too. Like, don't get too high with the highs and too low with the lows because there's just the season it's so long and there's so much that can happen. Like we're going into week 11. They still have 8 games left. Like there's a lot of season left. A lot can happen. Like the Bears last year started what 5-2, 5-3,
4-2. Then they lost 10 straight.
Yeah. So like this, like
And they
there
beat
are
the Packers in the season finale, but
yeah,
yeah.
good for them. That really helped them out. But like that's the thing, you just don't know. Like a team can go on a streak. Like the Eagles last year, they lost. They were what 2-2, and then they won like 13 of their final 14 or whatever, and went on to win the Super Bowl. So like you just don't know still even at this time of year, and you just don't know about Jason McCarthy whether he has a good game or a bad game. And we knew he was going to have this up and downs, but I still think like Kevin O'Connell has to do more to help him out because he had to know that these struggles were coming, and maybe he is doing that thing where he is testing him, and the increase in passing is more for his reps. But at the same time, like you got a whole locker room, man. Like, what are you saying to that offensive line when it's 3rd and 1 and you don't want to run the ball? Like, do you not trust them to block well enough for you to get that first down? Like, why did you pay all this money for Will Fries and Ryan Kelly and extend Christian Darrisaw and invest a first-round pick and Donovan Jackson if you're going to just be like, no, I don't think you guys can block for 1
Jordan Mason
yard.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, then, trade all those guys next year. Like, if you're not going to use them, like, because Ed Ingram's fucking lighting it up over in Houston this year, and he costs $3 million a year. So, like, I know a lot of people have been like, fire Chris Cooper as the offensive line coach, and I'm like, I don't really think it's his fault. Like, I think it's the system. Like, the system is, I need you to pass block for like 4 or 5 seconds so that these guys can run their long developing routes down the field. And then, maybe you'll run block here and there. Because it wasn't that a strength of Ed Ingram's? I feel like it was, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he didn't do well in pass protection, but
Garrett
Houston
Bradbury,
seems to be okay with him.
Garrett Bradbury's doing all right for himself over there, and I mean he's doing okay. He's not
He's
all
about at
pro
the same
center
level.
but
He's doing a little better in pass pro.
But you know what? He's durable. He's there every week.
Hey, now Ryan Kelly returned to practice. Now he's going to wear a Guardian cap.
Yeah, well, works for
all those jokes about Romeo. All those jokes about Romeo Dobbs are going to come back and.
Well, if he makes it to the Winter Warrior game, he'll have a nice white Guardian cap to go with.
It will look better than, and I shouldn't.
The throwback.
I feel bad about crapping on the Guardian cap because it is good for players.
Yeah, there's some conflicting reports out there that it even works.
Yeah, so okay. I know. Yeah, but like Romeo Dobbs' throwback helmet, it looked like a diaper with burnt Indian food
also,
in it.
Like, why can't they put that on the inside of the helmet?
Yeah, like, just have a big old like hard.
But no, but like.
Looks like Mars attacks or some shit.
Have that technology on the inside. Like, why do we need to like, just wear an extra layer? Just find a way to put that on the inside.
You're a Rugrats fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you grow up my era. Remember there was a episode, I think Tommy bonked his head on the corner of the table, and then they gave them all like they were like Guardian helmets.
Yeah.
So then there was a bottle of chocolate milk, and they all went and watched the game, and like they just chalked the bottle of chocolate milk all over the place, and it went everywhere. Like that's what a Guardian helmet is like. It's like that little turtle in the bowl.
Well, you see those babies. Sometimes you see babies like wearing helmets. It's like to help.
My nephew had one. Yeah,
to help shape their head because sometimes the baby's head will come out and be like all over the place. Like my son, we almost did that with my son, but we were able to like have him position him and roll him like every day, so we wouldn't have to do that. But like, yeah, you'll see just like 3-month-old babies with like full-on helmets on. And you're like, what's going on? But that's why shape their head.
Training for football season.
Get that for Ryan Kelly, who sounds like it's not out of the question that he might play on Sunday. He's practicing.
His decision, man. It would. And
should it be?
You know what? He should. I don't think he should, but
he probably shouldn't play ever again.
No, but I mean, if he plays, that offensive line could be a lot. It also wasn't very good when he was in there. So
I didn't have Darrisaw though.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, like not to be mean either, but like if he comes back, how many quarters is he gonna play?
Right. Like, does he make it through an entire game? I mean, it's a valid question. I don't think you're being mean.
No, that's the thing with like we talked about this earlier in the year, but like the medical staff, I feel like it's just they've had a terrible year. I saw your comment today too about like the NFLPA. Like, can we just get one more?
Like, just one more, and then you can just abolish. So if you didn't see it, apparently, I don't remember who it was, but I think the NFL told it. Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah,
you gotta stop those report cards, brother.
What to go along with his insurance commercials or whatever he does.
Yeah, with
his credit card or whatever.
Yeah, they don't want them to do the report cards anymore.
Yeah, they don't want to be held accountable.
Yeah,
because without those report cards, we wouldn't know that like the Jaguars locker room had like a rat infestation, or that the Cardinals charged for every meal.
Yeah, just and
I don't know. Like
it's bonkers. Like
teams don't have
NFL,
dude.
And stuff. Yeah. It's just wild. Like
the bar is low. Like, and the Vikings are well above it, but like the bar is very low to like do bad.
And yeah, it would just be interesting to see what do players say about the
because a lot of I feel like a lot of like I think the Jaguars are building like a brand new practice facility. I think the Cardinals are too. Like those wouldn't have happened without that survey. I don't think that.
Yeah, I mean it has a positive impact, but the dude who uses Madden ratings
the person spearheading it, Mr. Woody Johnson, whose team I believe is like probably finished 31st and 32nd in it, unsurprisingly doesn't want it to continue.
Not great. Back to the NFC North. The Vikings and the Bears, they will clash for the second time. They play in the Kirk Cousins window, 12 p.m. on Sunday.
Number one team,
noon.
I think.
Yes.
Tom Brady,
Evan Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi on the call. Vikings favored by 2.5 points, according to the Action Network, and over under of 48.5. I guess the biggest question, it's not really a Vikings one. Jonathan Grenard did not practice the last 2 days, so he will probably not play with a shoulder injury. Yeah, that'll be interesting because, I mean, we've been kind of, let's see what happens with
it'll be different,
Turner,
though, I feel like, because Van Ginkel is a much better player in pass coverage than Grenard is, so like he can take some of those duties where maybe Dallas Turner this time can just focus more on pass rushing and stopping the run, where I feel like when he was in there for Van Ginkel, he probably had to do more pass coverage than he was probably comfortable with. So I'm curious to see how like this duo does compared to Dallas Turner and Grenard.
That and looked up for a article for the Windy City today. I was writing it from a Bears perspective, which is always kind of fun because like I'm writing about Viking stuff for down their site, like kind of like the British are coming type stuff. Yeah. But yeah. Another article I wrote is Bears running into Justin Jefferson at the worst possible time because their secondary is not good. And they are, I believe, 29th in points per game right now. So
right now he's an angry elf.
He is very he's a very angry elf. He's not going to be the one getting kicked or no.
He's going to be the kicking. He'll be doing the kicking.
I don't think I've watched Elf in like 5 years. No. But
great movie.
It's, I don't know. I'm a Christmas Vacation guy personally, but
that's good.
Haven't flipped it on.
Home Alone for me.
My friend as well, her kids are obsessed with the Grinch, but I've never seen the live action one.
Just got my kids to watch Nightmare Before Christmas, so we're working on Home Alone.
Never seen it.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas. So probably on the list, but we'll talk about we'll do a Christmas movie podcast. Are the Bears legit? They're 6-3, minus 8-point differential. They've won 6 of their last 7 games, but they are 0-2 in the division, including a loss to the Vikings in week 1. Ben Johnson said, "We are a different team now. So are they." He's not wrong. But like I said, this team feels a lot like the 2022 Vikings, where they've made the right plays at the right time. They got a couple of comebacks in there against bad teams. And hey, they're in playoff position and the Vikings aren't. They don't have to apologize for anything. But
No.
I don't know. What's the word? Fraudulent.
Yeah, to quote a current Packers podcaster, the Bears are frauds. You can, and to use his formula, the Bears right now have a lower total DVOA than the Vikings and of anyone in the NFC North. So, but I just want, this game's in Minnesota, so it's an away game for the Bears. I just want to go over the Bears away games this year. So first was at Detroit. They lost 52-21. That's great. Next away game at the Raiders. They needed a block kick to win 25-24 over the Raiders, who are one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. Next away game at the Commanders. Did Jane Daniels play in that game, or was that Mariota? I can't remember. But either way, they only won by 1 over the Commanders on the road. Next away game at the Ravens. Lamar Jackson did not play in this game. I believe it was Tyler Huntley. They lost 30-16. Next away game, Cincinnati Bengals. They needed did they need overtime? No, they won last second. 47-42 against the ferocious Joe Flacco and all his guys over there. They needed a last second touchdown by Colson Loveland. So yeah, those are their away games. I believe they are let's see, they're 3-2 on the road this year. But yeah, like those wins, not impressive at all. And their defense, like you mentioned, not good. They're not good against the pass. They're not good against the run. The one thing they are good at, forcing turnovers. In their 2 losses, they have, or 2 losses? Yeah, they're 2 losses. No, they have 3 losses. Their 3 losses, they only forced 1 turnover combined, all those games. Other 6 wins, 19 turnovers. So, like, they win because they get turnovers, they get short field, they take advantage of those opportunities. So, Vikings, hang on to the ball on Sunday. Miles Price, hang on to the ball. Okay? Like, don't give this team any easy chances because they will take advantage of it. But if you hold on to the ball, there's a pretty good chance you're going to win. So, please, hold on to the ball. Please.
Also,
and the Vikings are turning the ball over a lot this year, right?
Yeah, very high turnover-worthy play rate. So that does fall into the...
It's not just him. There's Jordan Mason's fumble this year. Like you mentioned, Miles Price. All the tight ends are prone to fumbling because it was 2023 when they just couldn't hang on the ball. Jason McCarthy, obviously, but like just hang on to the ball. And it sounds easier said than done, but just hang on to the ball, maybe force a couple turnovers on your own, because I know the Vikings haven't done a bunch of that either this year. So, but that's going to be the big difference maker, I feel like, on Sunday is turnovers.
I also think they need to get off to a fast start.
Oh, yeah.
Vikings. Because like I mentioned, fans, again, vibes are low. So, I mean, I think... Because on Sunday too, that throw to Naylor, it really got everybody going. Like those first couple of drives, and even in the first half, the Ravens, they had a lot of trouble. And their defense, the Vikings defense, that is a group that needs to play with a lead to be successful, which is unfortunate. It would be great if but like the Vikings don't take the ball away. So
they did last year.
They did it last year, but Cam Bynum left. Harrison Smith got another year older. Andrew Van Ginkel hurt his neck.
Yeah.
Lots of issues going on right now. So I would say the Vikings will win this game if they jump ahead or early.
Have you seen the numbers, like McCarthy's numbers with the scripted plays And
Oh,
then
yeah.
like the
Yep.
non-scripted plays, like he's like one of the best quarterbacks in the league with the scripted plays.
Correct.
And then after them, he's a quarterback who's played 4 games. That's correct.
Yeah. That could be an experience thing. I look at a lot of the things again and then go, it's an experience thing. He's got to play through it. Like, stay on the field, get the reps. And I mean, unless like JJ McCarthy looks completely overwhelmed at the end of the year, and we all kind of look at each other and be like, got to bring in Justin Fields or
Yeah, and that's
Zach
the thing. Like
Wilson or whoever.
he doesn't look overwhelmed. Like he
That's kind of
runs the
it.
offense like calmly. I know they had all those false starts on Sunday, and there's like confusion about the cadence and stuff, and like whatever, figure that out. But like he's checking out of calls, he's recognizing what's going on. He's not going up there with like some quarterbacks, I don't know, like a Will Levis or somebody, like going up there like I have no idea what to do. Like he knows what he sees. And some of those passes that he threw on Sunday, if they weren't batted down, he might have had an even better day.
He's seeing I know you're not a CFB player, but it's like Stadium Pulse, right?
I
Like
know
the
that is,
Stadium
yeah.
Pulse is going over and the lines are like, you have a different play or whatever. And like,
They
you
had
gotta,
that in the old one, right? Didn't they have that
they
in the old one?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back with this.
I played up to 2014.
Yeah. Then now, like if you
Was it Denard Robinson on the cover?
Denard Robinson, yeah, is probably the greatest football game ever, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of NFL 2K people, 2K5, but I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it either. Like the 2000s Maddens, they were just banger after banger, and now it's just
they ran smooth. Like you get Michael Vick with like 99 speed and just ran by everybody.
Yeah. Now it's kind
Cole
of
Pepper, you just ran over everybody.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah.
They're trying to add, like, that's the thing. Now EA is trying to take all the old stuff and put it in their new games, but yeah, Stadium Pulse and like with CFB too, like if you go to like Ohio State or something, it is almost impossible to like
you talk about like things you've seen from McCarthy too. Like it gets me thinking about, guys like Tebow, who had success early in his NFL career, but I don't remember him having like throws that we've seen from McCarthy, like where like, oh, that's an NFL throw. Like Tebow was just playing backyard football out there, like when he was playing. Even some other guys who've had success over the years that like, yeah, they were good as rookies or whatever, but like once a defense figured them out, it wasn't gonna work because like their fundamentals and stuff, like they're gonna catch up to them. So like I feel like JJ McCarthy has the tools in there that, and he just needs to there are some moments where he needs to settle down, because I feel like he does get a little too hyped up, where he's like, okay guys, and like, but I feel like he runs the offense well. Like the false starts, I don't like, he took blame for them, but I'm just like, are they his fault? Like he's just doing what he was doing, and there's a lot of offensive line shuffling in and out and everything. So like, I don't know. They got to figure that out though. You can't have 8 false starts.
No, at home. Like I think it's happened just twice. Alec Lewis had the stats. It was like twice in it is very bad. I'm operating under the hey, I just want JJ McCarthy to play well mantra until the Vikings get their way back into the playoff picture. But I really want to win this game because Bears fans they hate JJ McCarthy.
Yeah,
like hate's a
strong word. Why are they acting like they have like Josh Allen as their quarterback? Caleb Williams isn't that good. Like he's better this year, but he's not.
There is nothing wrong with this, but it is funny to me. Like I see posts just like 9. That's so cringy. I love my quarterback paints his nails and wears a dress. Like,
yeah, I don't. I definitely don't.
You be you, but I mean,
I don't care about that because my boys paint their nails, so I don't give a fuck about that. But
more guys are doing it.
Yeah, so, I know, but like, but don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, not a dog, a real dog. And it's like, come, no, neither of them are. Come on, stop.
And two, people are like, nobody ever refer. I think one Bears fan, Joe Burrow, came back to practice,
I saw
and
that. Some girl
the
was like,
Bengals
"Oh, look,
posted
they're
9,
making
and
fun
they're
of
like,
him too."
you're making fun of McCarthy. It's like, no, they
That's
called him 9 for years. Like,
That's his number.
the Packers had a video, and they're like, hard to tackle 8, like referring to Josh Jacobs. I'm like, do you watch football or do you just watch? It's like Minnesota Wild vision. Like, we
People have been
only know
called-
our
yeah.
players. So Matt Boldy is a great forward. I got my Wild dig in. We can move on now.
Ooh, I saw a hockey note. I saw the Ducks are selling like duck
Yes.
Crocs or whatever. I was like, oh, I might just have to drive up there to go to that game.
Oh, duck croc. They have duck masks.
Yeah, they
too.
sold those, but they're giving away Crocs that are shaped like duck feet.
Really? Wow. I honestly, like, as much as I shit talk the Wild, I'm a Wild fan. I want them to win and everything else. But I'm also kind of like, I'm kind of getting obsessed with like other hockey team logos. And like, I want a Ducks hat.
Like the Mammoth. They have a good
Mammoth
logo.
has an awesome logo as well. Vegas has a good logo, but they're just super controversial. And they signed Carter Hart, who was in the Hockey Canada trial.
Yeah,
so probably want to steer clear of that.
Are they going to sign Justin Tucker next too?
They might. I don't know.
He just got cleared to play.
They'll probably put somebody else on long-term IR, and yeah.
Who is going to sign Justin Tucker? Somebody's going to sign him.
Might be the Bears, because Cairo Santos doesn't have a leg, and Jake Moody can't kick it straight.
Didn't the Giants just put their kicker on IR? I think Graham Ganotis went on IR.
Yeah, who?
What do the Giants have to lose right now? They just fired their coach.
They have somebody, because I wrote about it.
Yeah, they have like a backup kicker, but
yeah, it was Young Ho Koo or Young Wei Koo.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. So they don't need them.
Yes.
They could eventually, but
prediction time. What's your prediction?
Oh, I think the Vikings will win. It'll be close. I think it'll be a more complete game from JJ McCarthy this time compared to week 1 when, he had one good quarter. But I heard some stuff like it'll be interesting to see like how he responds going against a team for the second time this season. He gets to look at like actual film from the same season of him playing them. Because I feel like he is someone who does really well at going back and looking at film and fixing mistakes. If this is totally different, but if you look at the joint practices for the Patriots and that first day that he had, and he was like, he was okay, he was all right. And then like apparently like he and some other coaches like game planned after that for the second day, and he came out and he looked awesome. So I'm curious to see how that goes on Sunday. See if the rest of his hand falls off on Sunday, or if he'll be okay. I'll go 30-27 Vikings.
Here comes JJ McCarthy with 2 bad hands. Yeah. He's just got like a club. Just
whatever. Different ailment every week. Next year or next week, what is he going to have, an ear infection or something? I don't know.
That only happens when you need.
That's crippling. Contract. That's crippling, by the way. That throws off your equilibrium. That's what you do.
It is. Honestly, I didn't have an ear infection, but when I got COVID a couple weeks ago, all the snot like rushed into my ears, and it was kind of like an ear infection. And like, I felt like I was on an airplane, like ears popping and whatever. Everybody's probably like throwing up right now, so I'll stop. But my prediction, as always, pain. But I do think the Vikings drop this one 27-24. They lose this one at home, but I agree with you. I think JJ McCarthy has a better game. I think he looks better. I think we feel optimistic about him. And then we get do we
just embrace the 3rd and 1 passes now? Should we just do that instead of just like being disappointed every time?
If Kevin O'Connell runs it on a 3rd and 1, does he get a standing ovation at
he gets the flag? Is Joe going to wave the flag for him?
Something like that. The other one too, we didn't talk about this, but the
no, you know what'll happen?
Double pass. Was that what it was? Yeah, that was because at first I was like, I mean, I had been tailgating, so I'm like, ooh, double pass. And I'm like, wait, they didn't get it. Like, it worked better than the Kirk Cousins one
Because
from
all
the
the
playoff
offensive
game. But
none of the offensive linemen hit their blocks. They all whiffed.
yeah,
But like this is what'll happen on Sunday. They'll have a 3rd and 1. They will run the ball. They will not get the first down. And then Kevin O'Connell will be like, "See, that's why we're not here to fill a statistical box."
He should run a flea flicker, like
On
hand it
3rd and
off,
1.
and everybody will be like, "Oh,
Yeah, you know what? At least do something like that, or like, was that even a play action like those 3rd and 1s? I don't think they were.
No, I think they were just drop. They called it like I do in CFB, where it's like, oh, press coverage, I'm gonna bomb it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, it's 3rd and 1. Why don't I just get the first down and then?
Yeah, JJ can also run for these first downs. Like,
He should talk to PJ Fleck. PJ Fleck's like master of when things are going well for the Gophers. It's time of possession. It's hanging on to the ball. It's resting up the defense so they can just go balls to the walls when they're out there.
how much are they going to lose by on Saturday?
40.
Yeah,
They play Friday, so
Friday.
This is I tweeted this out. They will go in. Mark Coyle, their athletic director, will mention something about Oregon's NIL money. They might score the first field goal or whatever, and then they'll just get absolutely dog walked. And then PJ Fleck will say, "Well, that's on me," and then nothing will change.
He'll get a raise.
So, yeah, they'll actually extend him because now he's being mentioned for the Arkansas job. So,
What?
yeah, I mean, that's college football.
That's SEC, I guess.
I remember Dan Lanning. He's at Oregon. Love me some Dan Lanning. That guy rocks. But when Alabama's job was open, Dan Lanning hopped on a flight to Tuscaloosa and sat in a hotel room, like ready to interview, and like negotiated his contract there, got a raise, and called Alabama. Was like, "Oh yeah, sorry guys,
pretty smart.
I just, oh yeah, there was actually too. I'll leave you with this. When they played Wisconsin for the first time, and they went to Wisconsin as jump around between the 3rd and 4th quarter. I guess he's got like a psychology degree or something, or he just knows a lot about psychology or whatever.
Oh, I think I know what happened.
Yeah, so they like if you ring a bell, like you can train somebody to like go get you a beer if you ring a bell or something like that. So he did that with like jump around. He's like, every time you hear jump around, it's like a good thing.
Yeah.
So like when they played it at the game, everybody got fired up and they just like murdered the Badgers.
I saw that video. Yes. His players were going wild too.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great. It's great content. Just like stuff we have.
Irish white rappers.
Irish white rappers.
That's who sings Jump Around.
Oh.
It's Everlast.
It's House of Pain, isn't it?
Well, Everlast, and it was in House of Pain.
Oh, gotcha. I did not know that. The more you know, you can learn more.
Yeah.
You can have the more you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a horrible transition. What's going on at the Vikings?
Hey, if you're at this part of the podcast, thank you. I don't know how many people make it this far, but some do.
Yes.
Whether on purpose or on accident, whatever. You're here. Check out the VikingAge.com. We got all stuff getting ready for the game on Sunday. There is no more trade deadline, so I think the next best thing we got going is playoffs, and then if that's not the question, if that's how I feel right now, and then if that's more and more of the question, then we're probably going to look towards the draft. Although the draft, if you're a Vikings fan, do you really get excited about it now? Because you're just more like, who are they not going to pick? But that's for another time. But go check out the VikingAge.com. We got a lot of fun stuff. There's also a lot of stuff to talk about that's like former Vikings around the league. This Sam Darnold guy, I think he's chucking the ball around pretty good this year. Not that anyone's mentioned that. But yeah, go check out the VikingAge.com. There was something else. Did you see that picture of Daniel Jones from Sunday where he had like the bloody teeth?
Oh yeah, looked like he was at the dentist.
And floss told him that you floss every day. I think I saw that meme. That was like, yeah, I floss every morning and every night.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor. Like, my God, dude.
God. He should be MVP.
Jim Irsay died and he was like, I am the Colts now.
Do you think Daniel Jones is rooting for him to be MVP? Because if he does become MVP, Daniel Jones is probably going to get less money.
Yeah. What if he say it's like Kevin O'Connell didn't want JJ McCarthy and now he's going to sabotage him by calling long bombs. I've said too much. Check out my stuff at zonecoverage.com though. I got Vikings work over there. I do the occasional Twins coverage. The Twins actually posted so you probably couldn't see the whole country apparently could see the Northern Lights except for me, but
I can't see that. No.
Yeah, I figure you're down in San Diego, so
we can see where do we have that? What's that stuff in the ocean? I can't remember.
Aurora?
No, it glows. I can't remember what it's called though. I'll have to find it. Whatever, somebody knows. But yeah, Northern Lights.
They're screaming it at their car radio right now, just like it's whatever. But I write about the Twins if I get angry enough. I write about the Wild and Hockey Wilderness too. But check out the FanSided RBN network to keep up with everything that's going on in the NFC North. We got Dairyland Express for the Packers, DeWindy City for the Bears, and Detroit Jock City for the Lions. Did you find it?
Bioluminescence.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Like the part of the ocean glow. I think it's like algae or something. It's gross, but like looks pretty cool. Like the water glows at nighttime. It's weird.
Look, but don't touch.
I mean that's like the ocean in general. Ocean's really gross, but I go in still.
Sounds like a blast. Sounds like the pond I had behind my apartment in Brookings that people swim in.
My dad has
pond.
My dad has a pond in his apartment complex that has an alligator in it. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Mine had a snapping turtle.
Yeah, and he lives in South Carolina, so they got an alligator or crocodile. I don't know.
Is it the one that had Chubbs' hand from Happy Gilmore?
Definitely.
And missing one eye or whatever. Oh boy, we've been going for like an hour and a half.
We
better lay this thing down. This is the Viking Age podcast. It's the official podcast of the VikingAge.com. I am Chris Schad at the real Chris Schad. He is Adam Patrick at Adam Patrick NFL. We do this every Tuesday and Friday morning right here on the Viking Age YouTube channel. And we're in podcast form on Apple and Spotify the very next day. But however you consume us, like, comment, share, and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. And we can spread the word to the masses. For Adam Patrick, I am Chris Schad. 4 letters, 1 word. Skull.